and welcome to the Big Bear Homestead. Today is episode number 7 in our Sustainable Living series. So today, we're talking chickens. Alright, so today we're going to talk about chickens. Every homesteader has chickens. Chickens has been known as the gateway animal to homesteading. But what exactly are chickens good for? Well, you get eggs, meat, fertilizer, they help with weed control, they help cultivate gardens, they'll, if you do it correctly with intense grazing, they will also spread out the cow manure, which is basically spreading out fertilizer, and they also help control parasite infestation in your larger livestock. So now that we know what chickens are good for, how do we know which ones to get? Alright, so choosing your breed of chicken. This is where you have to kind of walk on eggshells. Because the reason being is everybody has their favorite bird. And they have their favorite bird for a reason. So I'm not trying to offend anybody, and I'm not saying anybody is wrong. What you have to look at when you're picking your breed of chicken is, what are you looking to get out of said chicken? If you just want eggs, then you need to pick more of an egg layer chicken like the white leghorn. If you're looking for just meat and you're just a big fan of the breast, then you need to go with the broiler. But if you're like me and you want any animal that comes onto your homestead to have more than one purpose, then you need to look at a dual purpose style breed of chicken. And the reason for that is it's not very economically efficient to have a big flock of broilers and a big flock of white leghorns. Not only is it not economically responsible, but it's also not very good use of your land on your homestead. So you want to go towards more the dual purpose breed where you have a decent egg layer that rounds out and gets to be a halfway decently meaty bird. Now yes, they do take longer. That's a trade-off. Here are my top 5, in my opinion, the top 5 of the dual purpose breeds that should be considered for your homestead. You have the Rhode Island Red. Now the Rhode Island Reds lay about 260 eggs per year, and they weigh anywhere from 7 to 8 pounds. You have the Plymouth Rock, who lays about 200 eggs per year, and they weigh anywhere from 6 to 8 pounds. Now you got the Buff Orpington, lays about 160 eggs per year and weighs about 6 to 8 pounds. Now the Australorp, they jump back up. They're about the heaviest egg layer we have at 260 eggs per year. And they also weigh a decent weight at 6 to 8 pounds. And then you have the Wyandotte, which is 210 eggs per year and 6 to 8 pounds. Now these are all approximate and estimated numbers. It's not exact. So don't be coming to me going, my Buff Orpington only laid 158 eggs this year. Mr. Big Bear, you were wrong. So star asterisk, it's an estimate. Now, the trade-off is, again, they are slower growers. You're not going to go from egg to plate in 10 to 12 weeks or 8 weeks or 7 weeks or anything like that. Another benefit that these 5 also have is they have decent temperaments. They are proven to be good cold hardy and in a hot climate hardy. And the really great thing about them is their hens have been known to go broody. Now why is that such a big thing? Well, not all of us can afford or have the luxury of having large incubators to keep our flocks going. And let's be honest, an incubator, no matter how well it's built, does not do as good as God's design when He made the hen to sit on an egg. So, now that we know some of the things they do, what breed we choose from, at least the top 5 that we choose from, how do we take care of them? Okay, this is also another tricky subject because there's millions of ways to be able to properly take care of your chickens. You can just let them free range, and where they run all over the homestead, come and go. That has its good points and its bad points. The good points is it's naturally eating anything and everything it wants to eat. Major bad point is, and really I guess this all depends on your attitude, is you got to have an Easter egg hunt every day. Because when you find out where they're laying one time and you go and scoop up them eggs, guess what she's going to do? Boogity, 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 boogity. She going to go lay somewhere else. Now, you could put them in a quote-unquote chicken tractor, which would confine them, which is still good, and it helps protect them against predators, which free-ranging, they're kind of on their own with that. But a bad point is you got to go out and move that chicken tractor every day, and then you also got to train your hens to lay in an egg box, which can be difficult. Some of them take to it like a duck to water. Others you have to put in plastic eggs or golf balls or something like that to get them to go there. Now you can build a big, fancy, stationary chicken coop, which we've done in the past because we had limited space. Those with small acreage usually tend to do just that. They'll build a big chicken coop with a chicken run area, which works great against predator control. You don't have to have your Easter egg hunt, and you got them basically confined to a certain area. The bad parts are you do have to supplement their feed with, if you want to have more organic, that means you got to bring in the grass clippings, you got to bring in mealworms, you got to hang a maggot bucket or something along those lines. Now, the main way that we try to do it, at least with our hens, is we built what like Joel Salatin does. We built an egg mobile where our hens will follow our cows. Now, you've kind of got the best of both worlds with this. They are somewhat confined, but you do move them every day. But the bad part is you don't have the ability to put a roof over them with wire or anything to stop hawks or any type of raptor predator that way, so they're vulnerable there. But basically, when it comes to taking care of your chickens, as long as they're getting ample feed and have water, the rest is up to you. Imagination is the key. You can build chicken tunnels. You can build enclosed chicken runs that lead with a chicken tunnel where all you're doing is moving the tunnel and this little chicken run. We do that around our muscadines and our soft fruit. We're going to be showing a video on that here pretty soon in the future. But that is basically it when it comes to chickens. So now that we've said all that, let's have our final thought. Well, as you can see, chickens can play a very valuable role on your homestead. Plus, there's so many varieties of chickens, you're bound to find a breed that fits your needs and your wants for your homestead. Also, on a side note, there are scientific studies that have proven that simply taking care of chickens helps lower stress. Who would have thought? Well, that does it for this week's video. Don't forget, you can check us out on the web at www.bigbearhomestead.com. You can also find us on all of these social media sites. If you found this video informative, you liked it, hey, do us a favor, let us know by giving us the old thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. If you have somebody that's thinking about getting into chickens, or you just love us so much, you want to help us out, hey, share this video on your social media sites. We'd appreciate it. Hey, if you guys have any comments, questions, or you want to share a chicken story, hey, leave them below. Just remember, be nice. If this is your first time to the Big Bear Homestead, hey, our icon's been in that lower right hand corner. Click on it, it'll take you to the page where you can subscribe, but you don't stop there anymore. YouTube's changed it up a little bit. You gotta hit that gray bell and let YouTube know that you want to be notified every time we put out a video. Well, that does it for today. Don't forget to check out our other videos that we're going to link at the end of this video when it comes to our sustainable series. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead, and like always, have a nice day.
You're not going to be able to get through a show.
Okay. Now you just made me have to cut in like 6 okays, you know that? Sit. How much of your food do you purchase? Oh, purchase.
That would be produced.
As you were. We're gonna retake and start over from here.
No, do the whole thing.
We're gonna do the whole thing.